Joining us this morning is entertainment journalist Nelson Aspen, who crossed paths with O.J. quite a bit and had close ties with the late Nicole Brown Simpson. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
So we were all very socially connected, professionally connected. It was a world before the internet. Yeah. So celebrity meant something different then. And O.J. Simpson, for as erratic and intimidating as he was, and he definitely was, he was also a charming star. And his star power is what enabled him to behave the way he behaved. And I believe, ultimately, it's what got him acquitted. But I think the real legacy of O.J. Simpson is that if you're famous enough and charming enough, you can get away with anything. It's the power of fame, I think. We see this in our political process. You're either a saint or a sinner, depending on which side of the fence you're on. And O.J. is very much a parallel to that.
That's right. O.J. is certainly one of the most controversial pop culture figures of the 20th century, and not in small part due to the murder trial, but his whole career as a football star, as a film star, as a pop culture icon and pitch man. But he did pass away of complications from cancer. He denied that he was in hospice care a few weeks prior to his passing, and his family has asked for privacy, which is rather rich, considering the sort of notoriety that he achieved over the course of his lifetime. We had very clear ideas about what had happened the night that those two people were butchered outside of Nicole's apartment in Brentwood, California, and watched the trial with intense interest. So it changed the landscape of Los Angeles and certainly the landscape of pop culture as well.
But no sooner did she get off the stage at Radio City Music Hall performing for that multi-million-dollar fundraiser for President Biden than she made this rather cryptic and lengthy Instagram post. She's also facing a lawsuit by some of her ex-backup dancers alleging sexual harassment. So she's got a lot on her plate, and I think she needs to hire a social media manager. Where Michael Jackson went, controversy always followed, and that's the case with the film. However, I would say the most encouraging bit about the film's production, and it is underway, is that it's from the producers of Bohemian Rhapsody. And we all celebrated seeing the life of Freddie Mercury portrayed as beautifully as it was told in that film. So I do have some high hopes for this film.
When a collector really wants something, I always say, fan is just short for fanatic.
Yeah, and never underestimate Titaniacs. Is that what you called them?
Titaniacs. I'm a self-confessed Titaniac myself. That's why I host a Titanic podcast. I am a diehard, true in the wool Titaniac.
Well, Lloyd is there with you. In fact, I think he's been listening to your podcast.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Titanic talk.
US entertainment correspondent Nelson Aspen, thanks for your time.
I was thinking about the fact that when you have mass casualty events, as happened all too frequently, but they stand out as milestones in your life, nothing has ever captivated people the way that the tragedy of Titanic has, and yet it spurns people on to positivity. I was thinking about the art that has been created as a result of Titanic, the tragedy, the history, the people that have pursued careers in exploration and science. It has manifested so much positive stuff out of such a tragedy.
And Nelson has a new book out. Dancing Between the Raindrops is a steamy page-turner full of all the tales Nelson can still remember from New York City in the 1980s. It's a coming-of-age story about friends in the era of big hair, padded shoulders, and punk rock. Dancing Between the Raindrops is available on Amazon or ask for it at your local bookstore.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She loves the theater but never comes late.
I never bother with people that I'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp.
She don't play crap games with barons and earls.
Won't go to Harlem in ermines and pearls. And you know I won't dish the dirt with the rest of those lovely girls.
That's why the lady is a tramp.
I like the free and fresh cobwebs in my hair.
Life without care.
I'm broke.
It's so.
I hate California.
beaches divide.